Hello, I'm Hide Kim from Daegu Technopark. I've been in charge of a citizen-driven urban problem-solving platform for the last 8 years. I'm also director of Daegu Living Lab Network, an association of 12 institutions that supports Urban Living Lab. Daegu Living Lab Network joined the European networks of a living lab, ENOL, in 2019, doing a lot of activities together. For the last 5 years, I have been in charge of the Daegu Office of Smart City Innovation Growth Engine project, propelled by the Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, and Transport. I have operated many smart city living labs. In addition, I have carried out an innovation model with which we pursued social and economic values by applying Living Lab to a few projects, such as developing an AI-based autopilot wheelchair and safe go-home service for teenagers. Today, I'd like to talk about how citizen-driven participation goes on in the process of a smart city, and how we develop highly effective urban services based on citizen data. And then, I will take a look at some examples. These are what I'm going to talk about today. First, how cities have been changed and what are their future agenda. Also, I will explain why a citizen-driven data living lab is needed to deal with the plan. Next, I'll give you some examples of citizen data-based urban problem solving. Lastly, I will tell you how to secure city data based on citizen participation and how to operate it. First, let me explain a change in city and its future agenda. Cities have been developed in earnest in the modern world after medieval times. In Chinese letters, Dou means administration, Shi means market. So a city means a complex ecosystem of administrative governments and market economy. Cities evolved into different forms and shapes during the 20th century. In administration and the market, citizens and users are strongly required to participate in civic activities, and this trend has been further encouraged in this digital era. So Richard Baldwin, a professor of international economics, said, "In the 21st century, cities will take the role of factories in the 20th century." However, the city has many limitations, such as increasing risks, aging infrastructure, and the economy's complexity. Also, there are more demands from smarter citizens for security, convenience, opportunities, prosperity, and so on. Therefore, civic leaders should provide a safe city, convenient city, economically growing city, and city of high quality of life for their citizens. The development of new ICT technologies such as big data, AI, and cloud computing helps to overcome these limitations. Smart city is one of the forms in which all these technologies are combined. We can define smart city as a smart, warm, sustainable, and eco-friendly city equipped with an infra-management system of citizen-centric ICT technology. Also, we use living labs to provide highly effective urban services to citizens, urging them to participate actively. Here is a diagram to explain how the smart city concept has evolved. In particular, in Korea, we think smart city started in the 2000s. In the beginning, smart city started to inform the assets and functions of the public sector. That was a stage to make various ICT services to streamline city management. We called this smart city U-City, ubiquitous city. However, this early smart city needed to have integrated and interconnected services because the data needed to be standardized. Moreover, the benefits were made by experts and administrators, which hardly satisfied real users' needs, that is, citizens. So, smart city has evolved into a citizen-centered one with standardized data. Recent smart cities have made one step further to get reorganized to achieve the city's ultimate goals. Smart cities should provide happiness, prosperity, sustainability, resilience, and quality of life. This smart city goes by such nicknames as Fab City, Metabolic City, 15-Minute City, Carbon Neutral City, and Vitality City. At the end of the last year, Smart City Expo World Congress, SCEWC, was held in Barcelona, Spain, where City Future Agenda was presented. The problems that cities are facing are these four: sustainability, climate neutrality, future mobility, citizen-centered, AI technology application, and threats. These global city agendas and criteria show how much the city has matured. Mobility means that existing vehicles, including buses, subways, and cars, evolved into services related to moving activities such as motorized scooters, bike share, car share, etc. Also, sustainability is more than just an abstract concept that a city would prosper for a long time. However, it is a rather specific goal to solve climate problems by realizing carbon neutrality and managing energy properly. Most of all, the most important thing is citizens' participation. Citizens are the main co-creation actors and inspire to solve urban problems. Lastly, the Future Core Agenda is how to develop warm technology for humans, protect personal information, and minimize the damage of data abuse in the city. Why should urban problems be solved with a data and citizen-centered approach? Now let me tell you why. The viewpoint of citizens should be changed as Smart City has evolved. Until now, citizens were considered beneficiaries of the services and economic agents in the city administration. Namely, they thought citizens were independent, and the function of the city was to provide an optimized environment for citizens' production and consumption activities and top-down services. However, human beings are, in nature, creative and complicated. They want to look after others, make something, and give meaning to things around them. In short, they have 5C: care, craft, cognition, creativity, and complexity. Therefore, the city should design an environment where citizens improve their intrinsic capability and should have them voluntarily participate in the administration. This helps citizens more interdepend on their community and focuses on more fundamental things, not just to benefit from smart technologies. One of the ways to participate is the Living Lab. Living Lab is a process by which the city solves the problems related to social, economic, and technological situations together with the citizens. Living Lab is a concept that has been introduced previously. In Northern Europe, many countries have been doing R&D to develop innovative models since they failed technology-centered innovation. Previously, it was a triple helix model composed of the industry, the academy, and the business. Other innovation models exist, such as a quadruple helix or multiple helices, where users or citizens participate. ENOL, European Networks of Living Lab, a leader in the global innovation movement, defines the Living Lab like this: a laboratory within a real-life setting and a user-driven, innovative platform for solving problems within the community and business setting through participation from multiple agents, such as the citizen, agent, public, central and regional, community, and business. Like experimenting in the lab, Living Lab spots problems in a real-life setting with multiple stakeholders, finds better ideas, and co-design and co-creating to solve the issues. The key is that they keep experimenting during the problem-solving process to help companies develop new products and services and help citizens and communities experience problem-solving. The operation principle of Living Lab is multiple stakeholder participation, co-creation and co-design, and agile with multiple prototyping and real-life setting. Living Lab can be classified in 4 types according to the purpose of operation. The first one is utilizer-driven, with the purpose of technology development. Business-driven. The second one is enabler-driven, with the purpose of future strategy development. Public-driven. The third one is provider-driven, with the purpose of knowledge acquisition for services. Expert-driven. The last one is user-driven, with the purpose of problem-solving. Also, Living Lab can be classified according to the scope and type of the problems, such as Alley Living Lab, Social Living Lab, and Smart Living Lab. Alley Living Lab, a type of city regeneration, works in the alleys where urban history and culture were accumulated. Social Living Lab focuses on improving social values through the experiments of the youth on social problems. Smart Living Lab focuses on solving problems in broader areas with cutting-edge technologies. The ultimate purpose of Living Lab is to make an innovation-friendly city. The innovation-friendly city is an urban environment where citizens can instantly and voluntarily make an agenda, form a community of stakeholders, define problems, find solutions, apply Living Lab prototypes, and give continuous feedback when they want to change something. Living Lab means innovation. Innovation is to create a new value. Such innovation is a process of accumulating knowledge through repeated trials and errors. Living Lab equals innovation because they do many experiments, get feedback about the results, and reflect the input to make finished goods. Let me give you some examples of the Living Lab and how they solved urban problems using citizen data. The first one is Amsterdam. In 2009, Amsterdam built Amsterdam Smart City, ASC, a smart city platform where citizens, startups, private companies, local governments, and research institutions eagerly participated in realizing a smart city. Amsterdam Economic Board initiated ASC under the slogan, "Building a Smart City of Convenience and Practicality." Until now, together with more than 8,000 participants, including civic innovators and companies on its official website, amsterdamsmartcity.com, it has carried out more than 400 projects in the 6 fields as digital city, energy, mobility, circular city, governance and education, and citizens and living. Citizens can post any ideas on the webpage, and if their ideas get more than 100 like, the administrator decides their feasibility. In this way, many projects based on citizen data have been selected. For example, Wasted Project was to pick up plastic garbage, and the Vehicle 2 Grid project was carried out using citizens' energy consumption data. Aspern Mobile Lab is in Vienna, a data living lab based on citizen participation. Aspern Mobile Lab is an innovation space for sustainable mobility where administration, companies, and residents work together with the proper technology. In particular, citizens check on the various problems related to alleys and terrains. Then they measure them with Citizen Kit, based on which they develop diverse solutions to mobility problems. Next, let me tell you about the MAS system in Helsinki. MAS is an acronym for Mobility as a Service. MAS is an integrated transportation service of all kinds, including cars, subways, buses, shared cars, auto-driving cars, personal mobility, etc. The service is provided from the citizen's point of view. It suggests optimized routes and prices to the destination for the customers, and provides a customized selection of vehicles available through one payment system. In this way, mobility has changed from vehicles to services. So the mobility market has been reformed from a transport provider-driven market to a service provider-centered one. Therefore, developing a service model based on citizen participation is very important. Helsinki has WHIM, a mass platform where citizens enjoy door-to-door services without owning a car. So car ownership has been reduced by 30%, and the city has tried to become carbon neutral by 2035 eventually. Berlin has carried out the Fix My City project as a part of the Smart City project. The purpose is to encourage citizens to participate in city design regarding construction. According to the Berlin Mobility Act, 2018, the city has the policy to protect bicycles by making 2-meter-wide bike lanes on the main roads. In the 12 districts of Berlin, citizens can do real-time updates on bike lane-related data and the availability of bike parking lots. In this way, the city built a system to manage the 100 kilometers of bike lanes and more than 100,000 bike parking lots. Now let me tell you about watering trees, one of the citizen participation projects in Berlin. This project was designed to co-manage the public assets with citizens. Through the application, they can water the trees around their places and update them in real time. As a result, the city could check on the street trees and dramatically reduce the management costs of public service. Next is Re-Permissioning the City project led by Daegu. Re-Permissioning the City is a smart permission platform that enables the citizens in real time to share and use civic spaces of 1,000 empty houses in the city. A smart permission platform enables citizens to access and utilize urban spaces for all civic activities. A digital permission system can help expand city spaces and revitalize them. The city can reduce risks in decision-making about new urban strategies by digitalizing and simplifying regulations and gathering citizens' crucial data. Lastly, I will explain how to operate Data Living Lab based on citizen participation. This figure explains the process of Living Lab operation. First, they form an organization consisting of the academy, the private, the public, and the citizen, and set shared goals and visions together. The process is like this: conceptualization for defining problems, materialization for designing solutions, actualization for making prototypes, communication for field experiments of all stakeholders, and commercialization for commercializing test-proven solutions. The process doesn't go on in a straight line. It goes forward in a spiral shape, moving back and forth, considering feedback. This is a detailed program of the process. We call it a smart communication platform. The citizens are trained to define urban problems and make the problem bank. Then the citizens suggest solutions to the specified issues, or companies provide technologies to solve them. The solutions are designed and realized in real-life living lab through continuous evaluation and stakeholder feedback. Many tests and experiments are allowed in the process, and the test-proven solutions are expanded to other cities or regions through business support programs. As a result, the city can realize an innovation system that satisfies social and economic values. Citizens actively and voluntarily participate in this process, not just be there. Viewpoints on the citizens make cities different. We should believe that citizens are creative, cooperative, and altruistic. Humans can be altruistic under a specific condition when we can trust each other. Coincidence and emergence can happen, and failure can be an asset. As the story of two wolves told by Cherokee Indians, if we think citizens are evil, they would become evil. If you think citizens are altruistic and partners in solving urban problems, they will play such a role. The city is an organism. There are always newer and more complicated problems in the city. To solve the problems, we need to secure various data resources and open a data hub platform infrastructure. We should have governments widely open for citizens' participation so that they express their smart capability. Only in that way can our city be highly effective and flexible to risks for the sake of citizens. Thank you.